Virgo, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. So hello. So Virgo, in today's reading, I will give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards. Do your reading and then clarify it. So we are now in April. Can you believe that? We are almost, it's like we're almost halfway in the year. It's crazy. It's just like it's moving so fast. There's a lot of energies coming in, you guys, so be ready. More energies are coming in, so be ready. All right, so let's do this, Virgo. See what's going on. This is going to be for Virgo. Deep breath, Virgo. Take a deep breath. Here we go. Take what resonates with you, Virgo, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Virgo. Two cards for Virgo for their highest good. Wow. Wow. Okay. So you have wondrous universe. Walk in beauty. So yeah, stand up, stand up straight and walk in your, believe that everything is going to fall into place for you, Virgo. You never know what the universe has in store for you. So be ready. I feel like you don't have to be afraid of anything. I feel like everything's going to just shift in towards you. So I just feel really good about it. It says the next one is fellow travelers. Support is all around you. Yep. No matter where you go, no matter what you're doing, remember that you do have all the support around you, which is very nice. I love that card because you do. You have friends, you have family, even people that are just like, don't know. People look at you and they support you fully in everything you do. That's beautiful. Love it. All right, so Virgo, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Remember, we're all transforming into something beautiful. Our life is getting better. So just think positive in everything, you guys. Everything will shift its way to you because Virgos are very blessed. They're very blessed. They're very from the earth, so it's nice. All right, Virgo, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. One for the current. One for the situation. One for the past. One for what's hidden. One for the hopes and fears. For what you need to do now. For what you need to work on. And the outcome. Wow. All right, so Virgo. Wow, the outcome is very emotional here. I feel like you're like in your emotions a lot, and you will be, because right now, as I'm doing this reading, Venus just shifted. Pisces just went into Venus, so we're going to feel a lot. We're going to be very emotional, so be ready. So there's a lot of things here that I feel like it has to do with the energies that are coming through, so be ready. But we start off with the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands, it says that there's like quick movement here. I feel like there's going to be a lot of fast changes coming through for you. I also feel like you're going to be traveling also very soon, and you're trying to make very quick decisions, but they're asking you to really look at everything before you start making any decisions. You have the Nine of Swords here, and the Nine of Swords says that, you're worried, you have a lot of anxiety. Maybe you feel like nothing's going to work out. Maybe you feel worry, fear, like what your next move is. You're just in your mind a lot. Okay. And then you have the Five of Wands here. Five of Wands is about, you're trying to avoid conflict. Maybe it could be some kind of disagreement going on, tension, rivalry, frustration. In the past. We'll leave that in the past. You don't want that. And then you have the Judgment card here, and the Judgment is saying that, you are definitely going through a judgment. You are doing things differently. The old you is just like literally just done. You have a lot of, you're awakening. You're awakening to a lot. So it's good. That's good. You have the Two of Pentacles here for the hopes and fears, and you're trying to do everything right now. I feel like you really need to try to balance everything and just like not do everything that, you want to do everything. You want to get this new job. You want to go in a new direction. You want to move this here, you want to move out here, you want to, and it's, I feel like you're very, you're just doing a lot. And I feel like you really need to try to balance it. Like, take it easy. Okay. You don't need to do it all at once. Take it easy. There's traveling here, I feel, and you're also doing a lot of you're also managing your time is what I'm getting. And I also feel like you're making a decision. You have the Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Pentacles, she's very, whether you're male or female, she does everything for everybody. She's got to do everything. She's very nurturing, very loving also. I also feel like with the Queen of Pentacles that really watch your finances, okay? Start watching your finances. I also feel like you're multitasking everything, trying to create the money and do everything all at once, like down here. It's like you have like the priorities that you got to do, and it's like overwhelming for you. Really take a rest on that. Take care of yourself and rest. You have the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords is still you're contemplating on making some kind of decision. I feel like you really need to weigh all of your options and take that blindfold and see what it is for what it is. Okay, like really see it. I also feel like, you need to open your heart a little bit more, and you're contemplating on a new direction. So, wow. And then for the Three of Swords down here, for the Three of Swords, I feel like there could be like a lot of emotional pain here. Like, maybe you're feeling homesick. Maybe you're just feeling emotional, a lot of emotional memories coming up, looking at things back, like, like in the future, like what happened, like you're still staying with it. And I feel like you really need to move away from that, but it's going to be very hard for you because, I feel like you're going through a healing, and I also feel like I feel like, you're just releasing a lot. This is your way of healing, being in your feelings. But you really need to like control and balance your feelings, okay? So, but let's see what the cards say when we clarify them. So take what resonates with you, Virgo, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. All right. All right. Clarify the Eight of Wands. Why is the Eight of Wands here? One more card. Good, good. But you do have the Five of Cups here. So there's a lot of fast movement here. Maybe you've made fast choices or some kind of, there was a lot of changes that just came through like really fast. And I feel like there was a lot of traveling here, or there's going to be a lot of traveling. I feel like you were making quick decisions on a whim. And I feel like you have some kind of regret for it, the decisions that you made. But I feel like you need to let that go. And I feel like you are going to let them go. Okay. But really don't stay in this decision. Remember, we can't go back to the past. We can't redo our decisions. We just have to go with it. Okay. So just keep moving forward. Okay. I feel like there's going to be news and messages coming through for you. I also feel with the Four of Wands that you are definitely going to be moving forward. And I feel like there's some kind of celebration here also. But you do have a lot of support from your friends and family. Wow. It's like they're trying to tell you have a lot of support. Like no matter what you do, you still have a lot of support from your friends and family. So I like that. You have the Nine of Swords here. And why is the Nine of Swords here for Virgo? One more card. Wow. Okay, so definitely, you were, maybe in the past you were in your mind a lot, or maybe you still are, can't figure things out. You have a lot of worry. Maybe you're feeling homesick or depressed. But whatever it is, it's gonna get better. With the Empress here, I feel like you need to start nurturing yourself, like start resting, you guys, resting, because not only is it gonna start moving quick for you, but there's a lot of things that are changing. Okay, so be ready. One thing is that you need to rest in order to make good decisions. So really try your best to rest. Okay. Really take care of yourself. I feel like there's some kind of abundance coming in for you. I also feel like somebody around you could be pregnant or be having a baby very soon. I also feel with the Fool card for you that there is a new beginning here. To keep your faith, to keep your hope that everything's going to work out. But there is a new journey here, a new beginning. So it's a beginning of a new cycle. Take a leap of faith. But that's the way you are, Virgo. you know, you're going to take a chance either way. So I feel like there's just a new direction that you're going to be going. I don't feel like it's bad at all. I feel like it's actually going to be a good thing, you know, because you know what you're doing. You have the Five of Wands here, and the Five of Wands is saying that, you know, there could have been some kind of conflict, even a disagreement here. I feel like there is a lot of frustration, and I feel like there is a lot of tension here also. We're going to leave this in the past because we don't want it to be here. But you also have this card. You also have this this Five of Cups. So I feel like this right here is together. So just know that. And then you have the Judgment up there. And what's hidden? Why is the Judgment here? On my card. Wow. Nice. Okay, so very nice. Look at that. Okay, so you do have the Knight of Wands here. The Knight of Wands is saying that, okay, so you have the Knight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles, and then you have the Judgment. So there's definitely a lot of change that is going to come in. You're ready for this change. The Six of Pentacles is saying that, you know, you're very giving. You're very, you know, you're very giving. You also are very generous also. I feel like there is some kind of abundance coming in. I feel like you did go through with some kind of judgment here, or a rebirth, or a spiritual journey, and I feel like you're still on it. But you are definitely moving forward. So there is a new journey here for you. So be ready. I feel like you're moving. You're going to be moving forward, and I feel like you're going through this healing with this emotional card here. With the Knight of Wands here, I feel like you're ready for all this change coming in. I feel like you're going to be very adventurous, very excited about these new things that are coming through. I also feel like, you know, be ready, you know, pursue all the goals that you want to do, you know, because in this picture you see her and she's ready. She's like happy. She's bouncing on a drum, you know, she's got that fiery look in her, like, I'm ready. I'm going to go do this, you know. Just really be careful on making decisions on an impulse, okay, like quick. Don't just sign your name on a dotted line or on a contract or anything like that. Really look at it, okay, you guys. Very nice. You could also be getting, you could also be like career, this is for somebody, like a boost in your career, and it'd be higher pay also for somebody. Then you do have the Two of Pentacles down here for the hopes and fears. And why is the Two of Pentacles here? One more card. And there it is. There's that five. I knew there was another five coming, because there's a lot of change here. So you not only do you have the Five of Swords, you have the Five of Wands, and you have the Five of Cups down here. So when you have 5 on the table down here, it means there's going to be a lot of change. So be ready, okay? Be ready for this change, Virgo, because it's coming in. So you have the Five of Swords, and if you look at him, you know, he's tired, he's frustrated. He's like, oh, gosh, you know, what else? You know, I'm going to do this, you know, I'm tired, you know, just want to get things done already, you know. And that's you. You know, you have a lot right now on you. You're trying to do multiple things all at once, you know, trying to get ready, moving, worrying, you know, all these things. But there is definitely a lot of change coming in. They're asking you to be careful when you're making decisions also. So it's very, very nice. You know, don't try to, I feel like also too, like you could be disorganized, like, you know, you're trying to do everything, trying to get everything, you know, done, but it's just hard, you know. I feel like you're trying to balance everything. I also feel like there is traveling here. I feel like more traveling. I feel like with the Nine of Wands here, you know, you see her, you know, she knows what she's got to do, and that's you. That's you, Virgo. You know, you're not going to give up. You're just going to keep going until you do what you have to do. Okay. Until you get what you have to get. And that's good. And it's good. They're asking you not to give up on anything. But really, really slow things down. Okay. Because it's, yes, you're going to get to where you're at, but you know, it doesn't, you know, you just need to take a breather and just like, okay, one thing at a time. I'm not going to go and do it all, because, you know, it's not good thinking, and you're not going to be able to make decisions well if you, you know, have your mind all cluttered like that. So really take the time to rest. Okay. You have the Queen of Pentacles here, and what you need to do now. And why is the Queen of Pentacles here? One more card. There is definitely a cycle closing on you, because you have the Wheel of Fortune here. Wheel of Fortune says that things are going to change for you. Your luck is changing for the better. what's destined for you will find you. It's like the this card right here. No matter what you feel or how you think do things, the universe has plans. God has plans for you, and they're already written. So just know that where the wheel's gonna take you somewhere. So get ready. Also, too, I feel like you really need to start nurturing yourself. Take care of your finances. Look at your finances a little bit more. But I also feel like there is a lot of abundance here that you're going to be receiving. So it's good. And then with the Queen of Wands here, I feel like, you're very confident. You're very determined to finish what you want, to create what you want. And you have that drive, like that zest for life. And I'm glad that you do. It's determination, it's strength, it's confidence. So it's good. It's really good. You know, no matter what kind of obstacles come through your way, you're going to be able to handle them. You're just going to keep going and not give up. So it's good. Stay positive, Virgo. Stay positive. Even if you think it's not going to work out, it's going to. Think positive, okay? And then I just pulled up my deck, and if you see that lady, she's a Two of Swords, and we're on the Two of Swords right now. So really, you're going to be contemplating a very hard decision. So be ready. You have the Two of Swords and what you need to work on. Oh, okay. One more card. So with the Hangman here, you have the Hangman, and you also have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is that you're very overwhelmed. You're carrying a lot of baggage, a lot of worry, a lot of baggage. You're trying to do everything, It's like, where do I go? What do I do? Where do I start? And it's very overwhelming, and it's time for you to take it easy. Start taking it easy. I cannot stress that enough. Take it easy, okay? You don't have to do everything all at once, Virgo. You don't, everything will fall into place, but you just need to start taking it easy. Follow the directions. Please do that, okay? I also feel you need to start studying. Sorry, you guys. You need to start setting boundaries, okay? Limit yourself. Put limits. Set boundaries. Whatever you need to do, start doing it, because it's very overwhelming for you. She's carrying a lot of baggage. She doesn't need all that. Why does she need all that on top of that thing, that animal? All she needs is her suitcase and to go, okay? So, lighten the load. Lighten your load is what they're saying. Lighten your load. I do feel like you're still making that decision. I feel like you need to look at things differently. Step back and look at everything, to make decisions carefully, okay? It's like you're also waiting. I feel like you're waiting for something also. I feel like you need to have your patience, okay? So be patient on that waiting. And then you have the Three of Swords. And why is the Three of Swords here? One more card. Wow. Okay. So maybe you were feeling sad, or maybe you just had a lot of emotions going through, feeling homesick, just, feeling like, oh man, I wish I could just go back, to what it was, and very emotional. I feel like it was just a lot of emotional. I feel like it was a hurt, emotional pain, some kind of loss, depression, homesick, whatever it was just a lot of emotions going up to the surface. But I feel like it's because you were going through a healing, and I think now things are moving forward. And I think that it's good, but you really need to rest, okay? Because even going through this emotional thing right now, it's a lot on you. It's a lot on your body. But things are changing for the better, so be ready. So you have the Nine of Cups here and the Moon card. The Moon is saying that right now you're probably not seeing things clearly. Maybe you're uncertain about the future and what you want. And it's okay. It's okay to feel like that. We all get to that point where, what we really don't know what we want in life, and it's okay to feel like that. You're not going to be feeling like that all the time. That's why they're asking you, take that rest, nurture yourself, step back and just, set limits, set boundaries, because you need to think clearly. And remember, we're going through an eclipse very soon, which is tomorrow, which is the 29th tomorrow. So just know that, okay? We're moving right into April, and the lingering effects of the new moon, they're going to be there. So you may not be able to see very clearly, but that's why they're asking you to really rest. Take it easy and rest. And then with the Nine of Cups, I feel like there is some kind of blessing coming in for you, like a good blessing coming in. I feel like you've been very grateful having a lot of gratitude for everything that you have. And I feel like you're accomplishing what you set out to do, and you're going to be feeling very content, more content with everything. So it's nice. I like this a lot. Um, Very nice, Virgo. Very nice. Hang in there, Virgo. Just keep going forward. Take care of yourself. Really take care of yourself, okay? Because I can't stress that enough. You are going to go through a lot of changes, so be ready. There is a new beginning here, and there's a new journey here, because you do have the Wheel of Fortune. So get ready, because things are about to change. All right, so Virgo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to tell your friends and shout it out to the world to look at my channel, okay? And don't forget to subscribe, and have a blessed day, and God bless.